Hey, let's backpedal to the draft real quick. What was your feeling when we took Jordan Love? Were you – there's so many haters out there, Peter. And right now, on Twitter, if you saw it today, they're saying this is why they drafted Jordan Love, because of Aaron Rodgers. Pump the brakes here. I feel like, one kid I benched on, or I have on my bench on my fantasy team was Justin Jefferson. I mean, the guy blew it up again last week. It felt like that's who we were targeting until Minnesota. Is that how you felt?
Yep. Yeah, I think that. Well, I like to think that. So in that kind of area of the draft, from the 20 to 30 range, for me, Justin Jefferson was the best player. On the board. But I wrote, and I'll dig it out for you guys at some point. I wrote a little piece just before the draft for the UK Packers, which is a Packers fan club over here. And I looked at Jordan Love, and I wrote something like, if he's still there on the board when the Packers pick, do not be surprised if he's the pick. So it wasn't a shock to me. It wasn't a shock to me at all. And part of that was because the rumours have been quite strong the previous year that the Packers liked Drew Lock, and they liked the guy that went to the Giants, Jones. Yeah. Now, you can't always believe rumours, obviously, but I just had this gut feel that it was possible. And it's such a difficult one. It's we could think back to Favre and Rodgers being drafted under reasonably similar circumstances, although Favre was threatening to retire every year, so they pretty much had to do something. But I guess that their thinking is, if they really like Jordan Love, if they thought that they were getting a guy that's going to be a 10 or 12 year starter in this league at a high level, maybe not a Hall of Fame level, but at a really high level, if they thought that, and we have to remember that the Packers are never picking in the top 10. So you're not going to ever get a Joe Burrow or whatever unless you're really bad. If they thought that was the guy that's their future, then I fully understand them taking him. Would I have preferred a wide receiver or a defensive lineman? Yes. But I may not have liked it, but I understood it. I think the thing that I didn't like in the draft was in the second round. Early in the second round, I would have found some draft capital to get right up into the higher stages of round 2.
Get that Pittman Claypool class.
And got one of those guys. That was the thing I didn't like. So I would have even given up in next year's number 1. To have picked high, and I would have done. Really? I'd have given up next year, because the chances are next year's number 1 is pick 25. So if I'd have given that up to have got to, say, the second or third pick in round 2 this year, and gone for one of, just like you described, a Claypool or somebody like that, and then still kept my second pick, and I still could have had Dillon. Because I think if you look at that draft, and then if you were to throw in one of those premium wide receivers in there, it all of a sudden doesn't look so bad. But that's just me. We're all great GMs sitting in our houses at 11:30 at night. I never make a mistake sitting here.
That's what Packer fans do. We play that game. We question over and over. I love it as well. Anytime that you can help with the most important position and get some kind of stability in there, and plus he has the luxury of sitting right now. I understand Tim Boyle's not going to be our QB of the future. He's a hell of a backup right now, but we also need, in some progression, the quarterback that is of the future and can help us in spot duty for the next couple of years and win games, not just go in there and chuck the ball around, So I'm for that.
Well, do we know that's not Tim Boyle?